Welcome YouTube to my new episode for trading. First, let me thank everybody, those who have messaged me privately in my TradingView account, plus people who have messaged me on my Telegram channel as well. Thank you so much for your feedback. I really appreciate it. It gives me more motivation to put more of these type of videos, analysis videos. And I wanted to add there are a few people who were interested in knowing how to trade using patterns. What I would recommend them to do is first to understand how it works, see if it suits your personality, and only then I would usually recommend enrolling for it. I do provide a signals group which is for $50 a month, and so far we have done well, but last week was a little bit choppy, even though things were a little bit difficult here and there, but we were managed to close a week with not much of losses, but we did have a loss. There is no strategy which is 100% successful, right? But with patterns we have 80 to 90% strike rate. So even though we lost a few trades last week, we know that we will definitely make it up on the coming week. Okay, so what I wanted to say is, I do get a lot of messages from our fellow traders that they wanted to learn how to do how to trade using patterns. But what I would say, like I said before, you need just enroll for at least 1 month of the signals. See how it works. See how the patterns play out. Look if it works out for your personality, and then we'll look into. I would be more than happy to teach you how it works. But one benefit is with the patterns is you don't have to be in front of the screen 24/7. No lagging indicators, clean charts, and what do you say? And a lot more reliable way of trading. We don't have actually supported resistance or anything of that sort. Anyway, so let's start with this week's analysis. This will be for the week 21st of September 2020 to 25th of September 2020. This is my TradingView account. Feel free to follow me. I do post a few trade setups over here, but the problem is I can't really show you with, even if you get triggered into a trade, you can't really I can't really explain how do we manage it, because even if I tell you the direction of the trend, you will still not be profitable unless you know how to manage the trade. There's no point in being in a good profit. The trade continues to go in your direction, but you don't know where or when to exit or close the trade. We can't close a trade early enough because remember our risk to reward must be met, which is 1:3. Plus we can't let the winners turn out to be losers. So we can't do that as well. So we have to effectively manage it. And those I usually posted on my Telegram channel. And feel free to join the Telegram group. It's free of cost. And yeah, and let's see how it goes. So we have this coming week is actually quite promising. It's really interesting with a lot of yen pairs. Actually, it's quite interesting. I'll walk you through one by one. I do have a few top pairs. These are my top pairs, which most likely would work tomorrow or most likely on Tuesday. Remember, tomorrow would be a holiday, and for the yen pairs, it's a bank holiday, so I wouldn't really expect much of volatility. But once the banks open, I'm expecting a really good impulsive moves, especially with the yen pairs. Yeah. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first pair would be CADJPY. Like what we can see here, it's already forming a bear flag pattern. So all I would wait is probably just wait for it to develop a little more, and then and look to enter the trade. And this is the likely setup that could potentially happen: forms a bear flag and then drops all the way up. This is one scenario. The second scenario is So you need to be open to multiple scenarios, right? So the second scenario would be it's coming here and comes down like this, up, goes up, bounces back, forms a double bottom, and then goes one more up correctively and then drops. So when it drops, you need to look for, is there an inside pattern, which is a pattern within a pattern structure, and what are we getting? Again, a bigger version of a bear flag. So these are multiple trade scenarios so far, and I would be definitely looking to go short on CADJPY. Unless the market gives a different message, so we take the message from the market and we trade accordingly. So for now, it is short. Next is CHFJPY. Again, what do we see? It's forming a bear flag pattern. So it's really simple. The market shows you what exactly it's planning on to do. Look at this. It formed a bear flag, and all we did was just place an entry and we write the trend. Again, it's forming again a bear flag pattern. So all we look for a bear flag and then down. Okay. So this is one scenario. Second scenario is it could form, this could act like a double bottom. Yeah. So it could come here again, go up and then drop. Yeah, this is the second scenario where this will be a flat flag, which is again a continuation pattern. Next is NZDJPY. This was something that I was looking at, but you know, it did give a really good sharp impulse to the downside. So was waiting for a small correction to enter. If you see, this was only a ascending channel that it formed, or rising wedge, whatever you call it, and I was just waiting for the first correction and then drop. Yeah, so it just formed this up, first correction and drop. So this is ideally the first correction that it formed. I'm going to enter and then take it in. But since it's Monday, plus the there's a bank holiday for the yen pairs, so there is a chance for it to come down. The probability is higher is for it to come down, but since it's a holiday, it might just trickle all the way up, form a double top and then drop. So I will definitely look to enter short for this. Okay, so the next one is USDCAD. So what are we looking at? USDCAD, I'm looking to go long in it, but it's not ready yet. So all I'm waiting is I'll wait for it to form a bull flag and then trade it up. So all I have to do is just wait for a few hours, wait for the trail bull flag to form and then place my entry order and enter. That's it. The next one is GBPCAD. So again, over here, what am I looking at? You yourself can see, right? It's forming a bull flag. So all I'm waiting for it to form, to come develop a little more, form a double bottom over here. See this? This would be a double bottom, and look for the first correction and then up. See, it's just that simple. It's not really complicated. I don't have any sort of support or resistance which is placed in 1990 or 2000 and saying it's going to respect that and all that. No, we evolve along with the market. Plus these trend lines, we don't marry the trend lines. So this is just placed as a guide. As the market changes, we evolve accordingly. So that way you are with the current market trend. Okay, check this out. This is GBPNZD. Now, what is it forming? It's forming a falling wedge pattern. Now, all I would want it to do is probably come down here one more time, touch first flag and up. This is one scenario. The second scenario is it can break, it doesn't have to come down, break first flag and then continue to go higher up. That's all. Next is EURGBP. Now what can you see? It's forming a rising wedge pattern. Now it broke out of the pattern. I'll wait for the first 15-minute correction, bear flag, and it has a lot of potential actually. This EUROGBP has a lot of potential to the downside. So I'll definitely not only look to enter one position, there will be multiple positions where we can scale in. Next is EURCAD. Now what can we see? It's forming in a rising wedge again. So just looking for it. Maybe it could probably come from a double top and then drop. Either way, we'll wait for the first correction and then we enter on the first bear flag down. Yeah. So there will be multiple entry points for us to enter. Okay, so this is Euro USD. It's not fully formed yet. I'm still waiting for it to form. What I'm waiting for is probably just for it to form one more time and then drop. Yeah. So when it forms this one, if it forms an ascending channel inside the pattern, this would just be a rising wedge pattern. And if it forms an ascending channel inside the pattern, it's a pattern within a pattern, which means it's a higher probability that it is going to go short. Okay, and once if it commits to itself, it does have a really good potential of reaching here, which I'm talking about probably 125 bit, and I know for sure I can get it if it's going in my direction. I know exactly how the management is supposed to be, where we make maximum use of it. And then we have USDCHF. I'm just waiting for it to form one more touch over here. I might take this on the top of the structure, like 1, 2, 3, which is pattern completion, and probably just take it all the way down, like over here, from here up, and then scale in one more scaling, and then down. You see, it's just that simple. You just need to keep it as simple as possible. Next is NZDUSD. If you see, it's already formed a ascending channel, and it formed the first correction. I missed out on this. I was not in front of the chart, and plus it was a Friday. I believe it was, yeah, see, 18th. It was a Friday, so I had some local errands to do, so I wasn't really in front of the chart. Else I would have been in the trade, but I would still look to enter in, if at all, since it's a holiday tomorrow for the yen pairs. Oh, sorry, this is NZDUSD. Maybe like once the market opens, I might just put a sell limit order and see if I can probably enter the trade. If I get triggered, good. If not, I'll look for another entry. But the potential is quite good. You see, 6% in just one trade. In between, we'll have multiple trades, which we could add in. And the last one which I'm looking at is EUROJPY, and this one is as it's really clear on what it wants to do, right? So it's already formed a bear flag. Now all I need to do is wait for it to come here, touch, and then enter the trade, and then just scale it. It could form 1, 2, 3, the toucher, that's pattern completion, and then drop. If it forms an ascending channel or rising wedge inside it, that gives more probability that it is going to shoot all the way down impulsively. Okay, so guys, these are the top ones which would be ready by tomorrow, and tomorrow or the after tomorrow, within 1 or 2 days, yeah. But you see, the potential is a lot, and I do have a lot of pairs which are in my watch list as well, which will definitely develop during the week. So feel free to subscribe to my Telegram channel. I'll leave the link in the description below. It's called PatternsFx. Just it's free of course. Just join it and see how you do with trading patterns, and how simplistic it is. And you don't really have to be in front of the chart every time. You don't have to. You can just set an alert and that's it, and look into the chart. All I do is I just look into the chart maybe like 3 times a day on average, and 90% of the time things play out in my direction. So trading is not difficult. It's really easy. You just need to have a few basic rules on what to look for, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. So okay, so wish everybody have a really good week ahead, and let's see how this week goes. Even if there are losses in between, it's fine. It's okay, because it's only 1% of the account. We definitely know on the next few trades we will gain the losses, plus we will go forward with the trade. Until then, this is Jet Li signing off. Bye.